really has stood out to me that you guys are looking to train and get better at is personal protection. So this video, I kind of wanted to talk about how to train for personal protection. You know, that scenario where somebody breaks into your house in the middle of the night and you need to protect your family. Something along those lines, or you know, you're on the street, no matter where you are, something to do with protecting yourself during a violent encounter. So one thing that I want to say is, first off, that is great that that's what you guys want to learn, because one of the most important things for learning and getting better at any skill is having a purpose for your practice. So you guys that have said this and want this, and I'm pretty sure that probably almost every member to some degree is looking, wants to be able to protect themselves with a firearm. But that is the key to being able to get better, is to have an actual purpose for your practice, protecting those that you love. So first off, good on you for having that desire, because that's what's going to get you up early in the morning. Set your alarm clock for half an hour early so you can get up and actually practice these skills. Okay, so here's what I want to talk about, and it really has nothing to do with how you handle the firearm itself. What it has to do with is proper planning and preparation for that violent encounter, whenever it happens. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to brainstorm every scenario that you could possibly imagine happening. So somebody breaks into your house and you are up in bed sleeping. Somebody breaks into your house, you are watching TV in the living room. Somebody breaks into your house and you are in the garage. Somebody breaks into your house and you're out back. Because here's what happens to most people that know how to shoot a firearm but haven't trained properly to defend themselves with a firearm, is when you're presented with a situation that you've never encountered before and you've never practiced before, you get flooded with just tons of hormones rushing into your brain, and because you've never paved those paths that you need to do to be able to respond properly, who knows what's going to happen? Nobody knows. So that's why you'll see sometimes, this is a good shooter and he shot all over the place. We see it with police officers, unfortunately, all the time. They shoot, dozens and dozens of rounds and luckily hit, a violent felon, one or two times. But so come up with these different scenarios, and then what you need to do is actually walk through them, every single one of them. And if you have a family, walk through with your family, and write it down, and especially if you have kids, talk to your kids. Hey, listen, because I have kids, so this is really important. So what do you do if you hear me yell, and you can come up with certain code words. So, hey, if I yell, safe room, and hopefully you have a safe room, and a safe room is just something you designate as a meeting place for your whole family. Get to the safe room, and you can have, certain tools there to help you out, including, cell phones, different radio devices, lights, weapons, anything you need in that safe room. But boys, if I say safe room, no matter what you're doing, you stop everything and get to that safe room as fast as you can. You need to know who's going to call the police, because you could have somebody break in and you think that somebody else is calling the police, but nobody is. But if you plan this and you walk through it and somebody breaks into your house, well, now everybody knows what's going to happen. And this is so much more important. Once you know how to safely handle a weapon. You don't have to be, the best shooter in the world. You don't need to be a competition shooter. You need to be able to safely handle a weapon. Then what you need to do, if your goal is to protect yourself with that weapon, is to do situational training. Rehearse and rehearse and rehearse. Physically walk through with you and your family everything. Where do we go? Where do we go if we're in bed? Where do we go if we're downstairs in the living room? Where do we go if we're in the kitchen? Who calls the police? Think about things like, where can I shoot if if I'm in my room and there's an intruder coming in my doorway of my bedroom, am I safe to shoot in that direction? Because, you know, I'll tell you, in my situation, I need to be careful because one of my boys' rooms is in that direction. But I know that now. So you need to pre-plan for this stuff. You know, as a Navy SEAL, these are the things that we pre-plan for, and why we're so successful, and why my brothers are still so successful right now, is that it's constant planning and rehearsal. What if, what if, what if? You know, can I take this shot? No, I can't. Okay, do I need to move to a different angle? Oh yes, if I move to a different angle, then I can take that shot. If you pre-plan it all beforehand, when it actually happens and you're in the middle of a violent encounter, you're gonna know what to do, your family's gonna know what to do, and you're gonna be a lot safer. So anyways, I wanted to share this with you. Again, you know, I was thinking, well, it has nothing to do with firearms training, but it really does. It has everything to do with it. It's just not traditional the way that people think. Oh, I need to protect myself in a violent encounter. I need to be a better shooter, better shooter, better shooter. Okay, well, part of being a better shooter is rehearsing what you do during different situations. So that's what I want you to do. I want you to prepare, a lot of P's here. I want you to prepare and practice as you pave your path to perfection. So do that. Thank you guys for being members. I hope you like this video. Leave comments and questions, of course, below the videos. I can answer them there. The team room is being worked on right now. I'm not a computer guy. I hired somebody to fix that team room because I think that's going to be a great place to you know, communicate with everybody in the group. We've got members from all over, so it's awesome. I want you guys to talk to each other and learn from each other. We've got a very diverse group, so I'm really happy for that. But anyways, hope you liked the video. Send me an email if you have a specific question about this video, but of course you can also please do leave a comment below the video. Until next time, keep paving your path to perfection.